So good morning students, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I am going to do the distinctions. Okay, distinctions in installment system. Okay, chapter. So the first distinction is between installment system and hire purchase system, and the second distinction is between installment system and credit sale. Okay, so you just see I have jotted down the points. Okay. The first one, okay, distinction between hire purchase system and installment system. So the first point is agreement of hiring. Okay, so hire purchase system means what? It is an agreement of hiring, and installment system, it is an agreement to sell goods. Okay. Second point, you see ownership remains with the seller in case of hire purchase system until and unless the last installment is paid. Okay, here ownership passes to the buyer. Okay, once the buyer signs the agreement, okay, and takes delivery of the goods. Okay, then you see seller has the right to repossess the goods in case of default. Suppose the buyer has not paid any of the installment, okay, then the seller has the right to repossess the goods. That means to take back the goods from the buyer. Seller cannot repossess the goods. In case of installment system, seller cannot repossess the goods once it is sold. Okay. Then fourth point is buyer can return the goods before final payment is made. So suppose the buyer is not capable of paying any further installment, then buyer can return the goods. Okay. But here in case of installment system, buyer cannot return the goods until, okay, buyer cannot return the goods. Okay, once it is purchased, okay, buyer has to keep the goods with him. So that is said in point number 4. Then you see buyer cannot sell or mortgage the goods before final payment is made. Okay, so buyer cannot sell or mortgage the goods. Okay, because here the ownership, okay, remains with the seller until and unless the last installment is paid. Okay, but here buyer can sell or mortgage the goods. Okay, because the ownership remains with the buyer. Then you see point number 6, in case of default, the seller can repossess the goods, no legal action, okay, can be taken. Okay, so in case of default means what? If the buyer fails to pay any of the installment, then the seller can repossess the goods, can take back the goods. Okay, no legal action is required to be taken against the buyer, okay, by the seller. But here in case of default, okay, means non-payment of any of the installment, okay, the seller has to take legal action because ownership lies with the buyer. Okay, after the buyer signs the agreement of agreement to sell, okay, under installment system. Okay, so in case of default, okay, or non-payment of any of the installment by the buyer, the seller has to take legal action, okay, to get back the, okay, to get back the installments. Okay, so that is all about distinction between hire purchase system and installment system. I hope you have understood. Now come to this, okay, hire installment system and credit sale. As we all know that installment system is like credit sale. Okay, now there is some distinction also. So installment system is an agreement to sell, whereas credit sale is a contract of sale. Okay, credit sale is a contract of sale. The installment system lies under the jurisdiction of law of contract, whereas credit sale lies under, okay, Sale of Goods Act 1930. Okay, then you see interest is included in each installment, okay, in the installment system, but here no interest is included in every case. Okay, It is only said that the payment will be made at a future date. But suppose in some cases, okay, in credit sale interest is included. Okay, when the time period is of long, is very long. Okay, at that time interest can be charged in credit sale. If it is for short period, like after 2 days or 3 days the payment will be made, then no interest is included. Then you see payment is made in periodical installments, that is monthly, quarterly, half yearly and yearly. So in case of installment system, payment is made in periodical installment, that is monthly, quarterly, half yearly and yearly. Here in credit sale, okay, payment is made at a future date. Okay, at a future date. And in some cases, okay, if the amount is of big, okay, big quantity, okay, or big amount, then it may be paid, okay, periodically. Okay, small amounts, okay, in small denominations, the buyer can make the payment. But in most of the cases, it is paid, okay, together the whole amount at a future date. Then you see installment system, it is a long period credit contract. So installment system, okay, yearly, monthly, quarterly, half yearly installments are paid. So it is a long period credit contract. Okay, long period, it will take so much of time, okay, to complete all the installments, payment of all the installments by the buyer. But it is a short period credit contract, credit sale. Okay, it will take only a short period of time by the buyer to make the payment, okay, of his purchase. Okay, so hope you have understood the distinction between credit sale, installment system and credit sale. Okay, both these two distinctions, hire purchase and installment system and credit sale is very important for your exam. Okay, if you please, okay, jot down the points. Okay, and if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel if you are a new viewer, and press the bell icon. Okay, share and comment. Okay, and if you find anything difficult, okay, you please mention. Okay, mention in the comment section. Okay, thank you for today. We will continue in the next class.